All right, welcome back to part two. This is where we left off. It is the next day for you, I think. If you're watching this the next day after watching the last one, I don't know. Barely anyone watches my videos anyway. Um, for me, this is literally not even a minute after I finished the last one. So let's keep going. We have gratitude. Now, gratitude has science behind it. When you are grateful for something, it lowers anxiety. So this will be something that you should be doing. You don't have to do it daily. You can do it weekly, which might actually be helping you think about the things that you were grateful for more thoroughly, because if you do it daily you might find yourself repeating the same things for like no reason, and it gets annoying, and then you're like, shit, am I even grateful for anything, you know? So I'm gonna leave it here. I think gratitude can go a long way. Like, even with the smallest things that just happen, you're like, if you would do it, you would know. I recommend. Next we have, what the hell is this? Oh no, this is the looks maxing shit where they like positive Cantal tilt. Oh, you have a 2 degree negative Cantal tilt. It's over for you, bro. End it. Don't end it ever for some stupid shit like this. Avoid. Looks maxing advice peaked in 2023. Now we are all just hopeless because of these idiots that run this movement. Clavicular. I hate Clav. Fuck that guy. What the fuck is this? Oh, this is basically focusing and achieving your goals, I guess. Absolute must. I mean, who are you if you're not going after your dreams? I mean, what are you doing on Earth? Genuinely. What is this? This is uh hold on, I can't read that shit. 16 hours fasted. Wait, what? Fasted? Does he fast? Yeah. 16 hours fasted, 8 hours eating time. I don't know what the fuck that means. I'm gonna say avoid. It doesn't matter when you eat and when you don't eat. It doesn't even matter how many meals you eat. This is such a pointless thing. If somehow you find use for it, sure. I don't see it. Stretching is overrated. You are better off keeping good form constantly and adding weight while working out, right? Just controlling the movement, which will do much more than stretching. If you like stretching, go for it. Personally, I would not do it, and I don't. It pretty much has no use at all. I mean, for me, again, for some people, this might be a good thing, but I personally, I wouldn't do it. Affirmations. I am worthy of good things. I am worthy of good things. If it is not you gaslighting yourself and telling yourself shit that you do not believe whatsoever, and you know that you don't deserve the shit because you are legit not doing shit, don't do this. Fat people tell themselves they're beautiful because they can't live with who they actually are. They know they should change, but they don't. They're trying to gaslight themselves and everybody else. Same way in everything else. If you're lying to yourself, guess what? You're only lying to yourself. I wouldn't do. But that's the thing. If sometimes affirmations can help. If you're a woman, especially, I feel like women have a really weird way of not liking themselves. Of course, men have that too, but I feel like it's a bit different somehow. See, with us men, most of us feel way better if we think we don't deserve some shit, so we just go hard as fuck on something and then say, fuck yeah, that was awesome. Women, they could use that as well, I'm not gonna lie, but it might help them more. So personally, I wouldn't do that much or at all. But it's up to you. Then next we have smiling. If you don't smile much just because that's how you are, that's perfectly fine. But does that mean you should hide your happiness if you're genuinely feeling jolly and whimsical? No, I think it's a good idea to keep this in. I mean, there should be some signs behind it, I'm not sure, of something like how it affects other people and how they perceive you and how they feel after that. Hold on a second. Sorry, something came up a bit. This will be awkward. Hold on. There we go. We put smiling in there. Okay. Next we have drinking water. This is an absolute must. Hold on. I don't have my mouse with me. I got to move rooms for more silence. The absolute must. Hydration is like literally life. I don't. You know what? I shouldn't even explain it. We have what? Weekly schedule. So that is basically scheduling or having like a scheduling. Me personally, I don't like it. I have tried it multiple times. I really hate forcing myself into a fucking structure where like I do this at that time, I do this at that time. No, I like to be versatile. I like to have room for error and room for change all the time. So for that reason, I personally would not do. But I can see how some people find it useful. No video games. I'm gonna say avoid even. Look, if you're not a fan of video games, you're fine. If you like playing video games, keep playing them. Let me tell you something. I started self-improvement late 2022. Alright? And I fell for this a little bit. Of course, I still played sometimes, and for quite a bit of time I found myself not playing at all because I just wasn't interested and I was bored of the few games that I had. But in late 2024, I bought PlayStation 5 and I bought multiple games and I have been playing a lot since then. And I love it. Here's why. Since a kid, I did not have a good computer. All I could play is those free online games and whatever. Then when I got my laptop, of course I played Minecraft, Roblox, Terraria, cool. But again, it's not a strong laptop. It just couldn't handle, those big games. And I was always like, if I'm interested in the game, I'll have to watch someone play on YouTube. Because I have a PlayStation, I can actually experience them myself, and my goodness, it's expensive, sure, but what an investment on my own being, dude. When I finish games like Red Dead Redemption 2, Life is Strange, The Last of Us, GTA even, it's euphoric. I cannot explain how good it actually fucking feels. And sometimes video games are just something that can actually make you more relaxed. Now, if all you play is online games and shooters, and that makes you stressed, well, that's fuck you. I mean, you should probably avoid playing those most of the time. But if you play something like purely story focused games and something slower, something more open, there's no harm to that at all. Next, we have a relationship. Now, this one's interesting. If you are lonely, do not get into a relationship. Nobody is gonna fill the gaps that you have. You only can do that yourself. You should absolutely improve all areas in your life before committing to a relationship. Plus, if it fails, you can rebound and you can, lock back in, essentially. If you are not locked in while in a relationship, that would defeat the whole point of you being on self-improvement, which should be a lifelong thing, obviously. uh will it necessarily improve your life? No, but if you have the foundation, I think it can do a lot. This is hard to rank, so I'm gonna put this in. Okay, so let's assume that you are single and you are on self improvement and you are looking on ways to improve your life. So you think that a relationship would do it. So I'm gonna say avoid, but only in this context. If for some reason you're gonna screenshot this and show this to someone else, tell them the context why this is here. Very important. Next, we have getting sunlight. That is a weird image to choose. I want to say absolute must. Even if you don't go in the morning, essentially being outside for a period of time while walking, for example. I mean, it's one of the best things you can do, right? A lot of people actually have a vitamin D deficiency. People sit at home, sit in their offices. They don't move a lot. They have that deficiency, which makes them feel weak, which makes their bones weak, their mood bad, and all of those other things. So sun is the absolute must. Next, we have drugs in general, pills, antidepressants. Avoid. No pill is gonna fix your mood. Unless you have like schizophrenia or something, I guess medication helps. But like something like anxiety, depression, no. If somehow you have a like pure depression, which I don't think exists, at least anymore, because people have shitty lives because of their own things, and that's why they get diagnosed with depression, which I still think is over diagnosed. They get prescribed shit and they take it, and then my life sucks and I'm on antidepressants. Well, you just made it worse. Congratulations. And obviously, drugs in general is a no-no. This I assume means waking up early. If we're talking like 7 a.m. 6 7 a.m. or 5 or 4, what the fuck. If you like it and if you get enough quality sleep, sure, personally, I wouldn't do it. It has no use other than the probable factor that you like doing it. Hiking. Hiking is like the same as walking, except like climbing shit and just things. So I'm gonna classify it as the same as this. So it's gonna be an absolute must. Actually, no, I won't classify it as the same thing. I'm gonna put it in good idea. I mean, obviously, how could hiking possibly be a bad idea? Unless you have like rattlesnakes or venomous fucking whatever the fuck on every corner, then maybe don't go that way. What is this? Uh, I don't have a mouse, so I can't zoom in. I don't know what that is. It says like vacation, profession. So some sort of structure of your values, I guess. Actually, if that's what it is, which I will assume it is, absolute must. I will give you some example. Um, People have body dysmorphia, right? Why? Do they actually think they look like shit even though they have been working out for a bit now? Maybe, but no. When people start working out, that's their only thing, the only good thing in their day, the only thing they focus on. So obviously when it goes not how they expect it to go, they're gonna feel like shit because it is at the top of their values list. However, if you have structured values and you have multiple of them, if one thing doesn't go as planned, other things probably are. So the things that aren't going as planned, they don't feel as bad. So that is absolute must. Actually, I'm gonna put it at the very top of the list. Before starting any change in your life, you should always reassess what you value and what you want in life. Absolutely, no questions asked. Then we have hobbies, I guess. Focusing on hobbies now. I mean, obviously, absolute must. You should always do something that you love, or whether it's working out again, or sports, or drawing, making music, playing an instrument, whatever. Obviously, if it's something you like and it does not harm you or anyone else, obviously do that shit. Next, we have helping others. Um. I mean, if you can help someone, help them. If you can donate some money, donate it. If someone asks you for something, you go for it. You don't expect anything back, not even a cent. You just go do it because you are trying to be a good person. And because that's who you are, right? Absolute must. Trust. Next we have trust. How should I rank this? Obviously, trust is essential in others, but you should also trust yourself first and foremost, right? You should trust in God. He has a plan, and you are leaning on Him whenever things are hard and when things are good. Look, if you want to have a relationship with God, you need to have a relationship with God. Not just the good things, not just the bad things, but both. Trust in general is a huge thing to have. Actually, I have a quote written down. Hold on, if I can find it on my phone. It's actually a really nice one. Hold on. Quotes. Let's see if I have it. I don't. Alright, but it goes something like the only way you can know if someone is trustworthy is to trust them. At the end of the day, you're gonna have to take a gamble with someone to see if you can trust them. That's just how it is. If you can't, you can't. But if you can trust them, that just opens up a whole new world of opportunity. Next, we have Discord screenshot. What? I already ranked the community. I guess. I guess that means friends, and that means a community. So let's re-rank this. Let's put friends here. At should be it should be doing. You should not be doing your friends. What the fuck? But you should try to have some company. Obviously, it's a good thing even if you don't interact a lot. But communities like a Discord server, a group or something, it's a good idea. Actually, it's not very useful. Just cause most of them are online. You can't meet up. You can't really do things with people. You can talk to them and ask for advice and give advice and feedback and all of those things, which is great. But over time, I found that they don't really have much of an impact. So that's that. And that is the tier list of part 1 and part 2. Quickly looking through these. Yep, I'm gonna leave them as they are. I mean, obviously, there are things that are really useful and really good and really and things that are really and things that are a must, and of course a lot of things that are just misinformation, overrated shit, and strictly harmful things that you should keep out of your life. If you follow this list even at least to 80%, I guarantee your life will have improvements. But the very best thing is you try things for yourself and see what works and what does not. That does not mean you should not be disciplined with some things. Do not forget that. So, that's it. See you next time.